Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Hopewell. I'm your host, Michaela Kwok, and I am bringing to you this week's Morning Buzz. Today is a Friday, January 20th, and it is an A-Day. To begin, Roman will bring to us a few facts about MLK Day.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a holiday that marks the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It happens every year on the third Monday of January. This year was celebrated this past Monday on January 16th. We celebrate this holiday to help commemorate the life and work of Dr. King, who was a Baptist minister and prominent leader in the American Civil Rights Movement. It honors the life of a fighter for racial justice and equality. This holiday was named after Protestant reformer Martin Luther himself. Before Martin Luther King died, he did a speech to around 250,000 people called "I Have a Dream," which meant a call for equality and freedom. It became one of the defining moments of the Civil Rights Movement and one of the most iconic speeches in American history.
Thank you for the information, Roman. Now we have two members from the hockey team joining us to talk about their Salute to Service game.
I'm Bobby Ruger.
And I'm Dylan Yasher.
And we're here to tell you about the 8th annual Salute to Service game for Hopewell Valley Ice Hockey.
The game is this Saturday at 7:30 at Lawrenceville Prep.
All proceeds will go to Hopewell Valley Veterans Association and Montgomery Veteran Associations.
Don't forget that you can pick up your t-shirts today during lunch. They cost $20 and they will count as your ticket to the game. We're both wearing them right now and I think they look pretty good. The theme is red, white, and blue, so make sure you show up and are rowdy for the boys.
Sounds like a good cause. Next, let's cut to myself, who has some perspective about language app Duolingo. Duolingo is a popular language app that promises within just 20 minutes, users will become fluent speakers. The big question is, how effective is this app really? The New York Times, in article 500 Days of Duolingo by Eric Ravenscraft, claims Duolingo is a decent tool to learn basic words and phrases, since their teaching method is based on memorization. However, a language is too complicated to memorize. Therefore, Duolingo is not effective if your goal is to become fluent. Let's see what teachers around school think about Duolingo.
I think Duolingo is an effective way to review or refresh skills that you've learned elsewhere. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's, the main resource for learning a language, but it can definitely help you reinforce some lessons you've learned elsewhere.
In conclusion, Duolingo is a good way to become familiar with languages, but not fluent. If you want to become fluent, take classes. Good job, Mia. Now Felix is here to talk about who he calls the best baseball player of all time, Bryce Harper.
When Bryce Harper signed a contract with the Philadelphia Phillies, many thought he was overrated, but he proved them all wrong.
In his first 2 seasons as a Philly, Bryce wasn't living up to the expectations that he had promised, but that all changed in his 3rd season. After a stellar season in which he had a .309 batting average with 35 home runs, he won his 2nd ever MVP. Even though he was playing well, the Phillies were still struggling to win games, and that kept on going this past year when Bryce fractured his thumb while getting hit by a pitch. Once the playoffs were around and the Phillies had stuck into a playoff spot, Bryce was back and ready to battle for a World Series. Bryce had a playoff run to remember for years to come as he led the Phillies to the World Series, mostly from this huge home run. He finished the playoffs with a .349 batting average with 6 home runs and 13 RBIs in only 63 at-bats. The Phillies would go on to lose the World Series, but are set up for future success.
Hit the ground running and understand that we're a really good team, and we're going to have a really cool opportunity in the next couple of years to win games.
Bryce Harper is the best player in baseball right now, and in the future, he might cement himself as the best player of all time.
Sounds like a cool guy. Next, we have the swim team joining us for Captain's Crunch.
Hi, I'm Felix, and this week I'm here with the CHS swim team. What is your name and event that you swim?
I'm Reagan Sherman, and I swim the 500 freestyle.
I'm Alex Helmrich, and I swim the 100 free.
I'm Armand Desai, and I swim the 100 breaststroke.
I'm Charlotte Kavanaugh, and I swim the 100 free.
I'm Ava Del Sandro, and I swim the 50 free.
What is your favorite memory?
My favorite memory would probably be swimming the 200 freestyle relay at MCTs last year.
My favorite memory is beating Lawrence this year.
My favorite memory would probably be beating Pennington last year.
My favorite memory is beating Lawrence and winning the division this year.
My favorite memory is finding out my relay qualified for the Meet of Champs last year.
What is your favorite hype song?
Mine would probably be Team by Maglo.
Mine would be 6 Foot 7 Foot by Lil Wayne.
Mine would be Family Ties by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
Mine would probably be Fireball by Pitbull.
Mine would probably be Ready For It by Taylor Swift.
What is your favorite cereal?
My favorite is Special K with strawberry.
My favorite cereal is Lucky Charms.
My favorite cereal is Reese's Puffs.
My favorite cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
My favorite cereal is also Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Thanks, guys. And now we'll send it back to the studio.
Good luck this year. Now it's time for the movie mystery.
Excuse me, bro. You're excused. And I'm not your bro.
Do you know what last week's movie mystery was? It was The Labyrinth. That's all for today, Hopewell. Have a great weekend.